chaos god of Tiamat. You see? So evil is good. So now how do you deal with this? Does this mean you go out and kill people? No. Because the physical is an illusion. So to kill a person in the physical is to be still accepting the illusionary things. But what we're talking about is a theological way of thinking where you become the enemy of all things moralistic. And so-called good in the structure of good in what you think it is. Because now this Eve, which is the beginning, you see, Il or Al, which means star or sun, is the beginning sun, which is the black sun, because in the beginning there was blackness. It was blackness. Now, when I started off the lecture, I'm going to tie this shit in right now. When I started off the lecture, I told you that Trevor Ravenscroft says that in 1998, he died in 89. So this is 11 years after his death. No, he died in 90. So this is 8 years after his death. But he wrote the book in 1989. Trevor Ravenscroft said that there is a Leviathan energy that we must fight against to save the world. Okay? But he also goes in and says that Leviathan energy culminates as the third interval of the beast, 1998, which is 8 and 1 is 9, and you got 99 and 9, which is 999, which is 666, in the last chapter of the book. Now, whether we go by this or not, this is what the government goes by. They don't leave no stones unturned. So either way you put it, whether it unfolds this way or not, whether you still remain docile, they're saying, look, we got to shut this project down. Like in Dark City, shut it down. The experiment is over. So what they do, they call in the hounds on the doggone president and dehumanize the whole thing and say we got to get rid of the whole country. There was nothing but original criminals in the first place that we took and cleaned out Europe, which is called cleaning the Aegean stable. Now, one minute. The Leviathan energy, what is Leviathan? Leviathan is the Hebrew word of Tiamat. Now in Isaiah, they talk about Leviathan in her head, piercing the head of Leviathan. Leviathan, and you pierce the head. First of all, Leviathan is a dragon that comes out of the sea. A dragon that comes out of the sea. She's also representative of the fish. The fish is also represented with Christ. The fish represents Leviathan energy that you see all the Christians riding out with the fish on the car. That's the Leviathan energy that the Christians are scared of. You see? So Leviathan is a dragon with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 heads, like Godzilla. They got the word la on the end. That means Layla, which Layla is the Arabic word for Leviathan, because the later Hebrew word is Lilitu, Lilith, Layla. All that's the same evil goddess, Leviathan. But this particular evil is pure mother energy. You want to understand what I'm talking about? Go get the movie called The Conqueror. And when you call K-U-L-L, K-U-L-L, that guy Kevin Sorbo, the Hercules guy. And you see that first goddess that rises up, she was a god that was in the beginning. You say, oh, she evil. No, she all out the shit. Then they got a slave girl that rises up, and she goes and gets this magical power, and she supposedly defeat the evil goddess. The mystery is the evil goddess and the slave girl is two halves of the same essence. The evil just represents her primal energy, that is the energy that the slave girl gets to defeat the evil, which slave girl becomes the evil. Now, these particular heads in Isaiah, they say that I smoked. Let me see. Wait a minute, hold on. Let me get it. I think it's in I think this thing is in Isaiah. I can't think of which one it is right now, but in Isaiah they talk about. Let's see. Hold on 1 minute. Let's see right now if I can get this particular part. So and so. All I know is in the book of Isaiah they talk about smoting or crushing the head of Leviathan. The mystery is these heads are seals. 7 chakras, 7 seals. Yeah, see all that. See all of that is they're trying to talk a physical thing which is going on inside of the black people's bodies. When they say they break the heads or they crush the heads, they're talking about breaking these seals. And when these particular seals are broken, this particular energy flow comes out of the seals. Remember last time I was here, I said that your body has 7 major chakras. The top chakra has, in the melanin, has 72 other chakras. Those 72 other chakras, each chakra is over an army legion of about 30 to 40 to 50 legions of other demons or energies. But legion means 10,000. So we're talking about millions and millions and millions of the energy. So when these particular seals are broken in the last days, it will release the particular energy that was in these seals that was slain at the foundation of the earth world. That energy is carbon energy, which is in fact our melanin energy. You see? Our melanin energy. Now, I'm going to show you something in this. This is the book Aeon. Carl Jung's Aeon. You got to this book. I don't know how much this book is. But anyway, they sell this book in any psychology section of Barnes & Noble, Borders, Coliseum, Towers books, any psychology section. You got them, brother? Okay, this is the brother you access to. The brothers that know him, he can get a hold of these particular books too. Now look, I'm going to show you something. This book came out, and it's in relation to what I'm talking about here. This book came out in 1958. If not by chance that a year later after this book came out, which is the second half of a book called The Archetype of the Collective Unconscious. The second part is Aeon, which is the most powerful, that came out because Jung studied alchemy. Jung was Freud's student, but he surpassed Freud because he studied ancient mythology and he bought some Gnostic tablets in 1945. He was better than Freud. Freud knew it, and every time they had 10 times they were supposed to have a debate, and each damn time Freud came down sick, car wreck or something, because he didn't want to damn debate this man. Jung also said in 1960 that he saw himself in a vision and he was a black man. That's what Jung said. About being black? As a black man. As a black man. Now, I'm going to show you something. Jung came out with this book called Aeon, which is a Gnostic god, which means time. And he comes out with this book in 1958. Now I'm going to show you something. In this particular book, in the chapter called The Structure of Dynamics of Self, this is all related now. All related. In the structure of dynamics of self, this is what Jung has in the book. Show you this. This is what Jung has in the book. In the structure of that, this is 1958 now. One of these particular parts right here, he has A, he has B, he has D, he has C, and he has, then in one of these right here, he has this again, and he has this C, D, A, and B. Now I'm going to show you this. Let's put that up. Let's see that. Yeah, that's a small A. This is what he has. And this is what he writes. He writes that A descends above through the A that ascends above is called number 1. It's called, I want to show you this. And then I want you to get it. Now I'm getting ready to prove something to you once and for all so you don't be funny with this bullshit. I'm going to prove it to you once and for all that you can understand this thing so it won't be no more doubt in your damn mind. It's proven here in 1958, and this is why your ass been in trouble ever since. A is called the shadow. B is called A is called anthrops. This word ANTHROPS. A is called anthrops. B, is called the shadow. C is called psyche. Look at this. What's that? Physis. What's that? Physis? It's PHYSIS. 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 And D equals the word lapis. Now, he wrote another book called Alchemy and Psychology. And in the book, Alchemy and Psychology, I want to show you something in the book. Same Jung. I'm going to show you this. Let me line this shit up for you right now so you can understand something. Hold on 1 minute. Bear with me. Bear with me. In his book, in his particular book, bear with me 1 minute. You got to hear this. You got to hear this. In his particular book, I want to show you this. I want to show you this right here. In his book, Alchemy and Psychology, this is what it says. Jung, by studying these particular notes, is perhaps the most significant discovery made by Jung in his book Alchemy and Psychology. For the alchemists during the medieval Renaissance and times to equate the word alchemy as the word alchemical word lapis, which is the word up there, as the word stone of the philosophers, with the figure of Christ, the Redeemer, thus destroying the notion of the greedy, gold-seeking motives of alchemy. Talking about later on, the people misused the alchemy in the white people. They was thinking trying to make gold, but the Egyptians was talking about making a soul, and a soul is also called gold. Now, it says that this particular Redeemer is also in the Gnosticism. Remember, Jung purchased one of the Gnosticism texts, and what I'm trying to tell you is this. The word lapis equals, it just means the word stone. Now look at this. It means the word stone. But if you look at this and what he is dealing with right here, in the book Aeon, he says that all this shit comes from anthropos, which is talking about original chaos, into a leftover form of chaos, which is shadow. He literally shows right here for the first time the melanin molecule right up in here. But he goes on to say that this melanin molecule breaks down into the final stage, which is lapis, which is the stone, which is identical with Christ. In his book Aeon, he is literally saying that melanin is Christ. In his book Aeon and Alchemy, he has a book called Alchemical Studies, a book called Alchemy in Psychology, and this particular book Aeon, and he also goes as far as naming it called melanosis. A year later, they come out with the word melanin at fucking Yale University. But the year before that, he said that this melanosis of alchemy is also, he proved without a shadow of a doubt that this melanosis is also lapis, which is the stone, and the stone is the philosopher's stone, which he proved is Christ. In his work, might I add, 5 years later, Henry Corbin writes his goddamn book on spice. Doom. Same relationship. Now, going back, hold on. I'm going to leave you there because I got to tell you the evil part. Go back. Hold on 1 minute. I want to show you this. In the Bible. I got it right here in the Bible. Let me see, right now, so-and-so. Hold on 1 minute. Right here in Luke chapter 19, verse 40. I will tell you that if these should hold their true peace, talking about these particular people is suffering, the stone would immediately cry out. Thus Luke explains how after years of suffering, the children of harvest Christ will find their third eye. It's in Luke chapter 19, verse 40. Chapter 19, verse 40. In Genesis 35:14, Jacob set up a stone pillar to make offerings to it. Jacob later on is also known as the tree of life, the Jacob's ladder, the black spiritual body, the stone pillar, which is in the middle pillar, which is also the kundalini, the middle pillar, the tree of life. All this is the Jacob's ladder, is also the tree of life. But it also talks about that he would set up an actual stone and make offerings to it. And make offerings to it. Now, in Joshua, Joshua, this is in the Bible, page 24, chapter 24, verse 14, it is said unto all people, behold, a stone shall witness unto us, for it has heard all the words of the Lord, and which he has spoke unto us, and it shall be their witness unto the last ye deny your God. So what it's talking about, this particular stone is speaking, it's being the witness, and if you deny this particular stone, you deny God, is what this particular part is actually talking about here, this particular part about the stone. But it also goes in and it talks about a stone that is in relationship to Leviathan. Let's see if I can find this particular part. There's a stone that is relationship to Leviathan, and it talks about this particular stone, and it goes on to say, this stone falls into the water, and once this stone falls into the water, Leviathan rises up. So all this particular stuff is actually talking about this melanated energy in which Trevor Ravenscroft is saying that they are trying to fight against in the last days. This stone is also called the stone that fell from Lucifer's crown. The Buddhist way, the stone that is fell from Lucifer's crown, which is this Leviathan stone that is supposed to be the stone in the last days. Now, how much time we got? 20 minutes. See, boy. Okay, hold on. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. Hold on 1 minute. Let me deal with some things. Hold on. Because I wanted to do a doggone, last. Now, it's also Typhon's feminine half in the spiritual Greek thing. The feminine half is Delphi, or Delphi, which the word Delphi is connected with Typhon, and Python is connected with Typhon, and then you understand that the word Philadelphia is the city of Set Typhon, or the city of this particular feminine energy, or this Leviathan city. Because Philadelphia, the Greek, if you get the book, the name of this particular book is, the name of this particular book is called Secret Traditions in Arthurian Legend. And it talks about this Typhos is this very power, and it talks about this particular power, and it says, Typhos is this very power, is tended to regard as an evil figure, just as nuclear energy is adjusted by the term evil also. We're talking about an energy. The dangerous it might be if ill-controlled, evil perhaps in the hands of those who would misuse it. But like all natural forces, whether physical, spiritual, or psychic, it is intrinsically neither good or evil. Another side of the great earth's forces is the death of the female counterpart of Typhon, or the dragon, is Delphi in Greek. And you get the word Philadelphia from Delphi. Then you understand why the whole shit with Philadelphia, the church of Philadelphia, is also in the book of Revelation as this particular church, which is a seal, which is power, which is also represented as the city of Philadelphia right here, which is a very unique city in itself also too. Don't let nobody fool you. You see, now, don't let nobody fool you. But it's also dealing with the Delphi thing, but he notes in his particular book the secret traditions of Arthurian legends, and I think his name is Gareth Knight, and it's dealing with the whole Delphi thing. Now, let me go on to a few other things right now. In Hermetic magic, they got the section in here on Typhon. But they also go on and they tell you in this particular part that Typhon is Jesus, which is dealing with the ass. So, in a nutshell, I've been going and I've been talking about evil is not really evil that the white boys are later on turned it around to be evil, but it's actually good. But the Spirit came in and said, no, you misusing this. You are holding back the energy, or you yourself hold back the energy by calling it good. It is what it is. It's evil, but evil is a necessary force if you look at it as the formula. But the churches is telling you to be good and all this love bullshit, when in actuality you are out of sequence based on the time cycle. Evil is the power that he don't want you to tap into. We're talking about a thought process where compassion is a vice. The vice of Cain. We're talking about evil on another level if you understand this as energy and get out of the old bullshit. Oh, get out of the old bullshit. If you look at the book, if you get the book, McGregor Mather's book, if you get the book, McGregor Mather's book, in this book, he goes in there and he talks about this Leviathan's energy. I want to show you this. You can understand this particular part right here.
Even Babylonian, when you read some of their ancient material, they talk about using evil to protect you.
Now I'm going to show you something. This is the point I wanted to say here. This is a very key that you understand this. This was a great mystery. In Greek, the satanic power is also called Typhon. That's the Greek word. In our word, it's Drakon, is the Egyptian word, Sebek, and there's different other words, but it's Draconian. In Greek, it's Typhon. That's the evil energy. Typhon, later on, is the last son of Gaia. In the Babylonia, Tiamat is defeated. But the guy Alexander, in the Babylonian Genesis, the guy Alexander Hadel, he doesn't understand. He's seeing two texts. He sees one text, and he says this is Babylon being defeated, this great mother, Tiamat. In the other text, he sees this guy by the name of Labu, and Labu, all the other gods are afraid of Labu, and they run from him. Labu, he didn't understand, was the son of Tiamat, but the text was broke up, so he was thinking it was the same two different contradictions of the same person. Labu is the son of Tiamat. Labu is Babylonia. In Arabic, is Abu. And Abu is called what? The Sphinx, father of the globe. So, the Sphinx original name is Typhon. Now, let me go, okay, you got it. Okay, look, let me give you this type of information. The Typhonian Egyptians, before the monumental Egyptians, built the Giza Plateau. In dynastic time, it was called the Rustile Plateau, but in pre-dynastic time, it was called the Babylonian, or the Baby Lion, or the Babi Lion, or the Baby Lion, or the sacred baboon, or Baby Lion, or Babylon Plateau. The Babylonians is an ancient word for Typhonian Egypt, and later on they traveled up into Mesopotamia and started a civilization of Babylonia, named after the Giza Plateau, which was called the Babylonian Plateau, which is the Baby Lion. So then again, for the rosters, quit saying Babylon is evil or fallen as a reference to Babylon being evil, because Babylon is the ancient name for the great goddess Tiamat, Typhon Nut. Typhon Nut. What other energy is this? They know based on Leviathan that John Dees and them went in and plagiarized some Enochian energy, and in Enochian energy, this Leviathan comes up again as Carnazon, which is supposed to be this evil entity that's supposed to take the earth. In a nutshell, this is all talking about your energy. It's not talking about the white boy is telling you it's evil. But what you don't realize is you've been hit in the head, and you don't realize is this energy that he's evil. Even if Honorable Eisenhower, everybody told you there ain't no damn devil, then what is this evil then? This evil is a necessary force. In McGregor Mather's book, he simply states in the Kabbalah, which is the precursor to the Bible. The Bible is a moralistic book for general behavior based on political things. The Kabbalistic system tells you that the Leviathan in here is not something evil. It is the force of judgment that comes in the last days to put judgment on that particular part and purge that particular part that was not in the beginning. Since we are made of Leviathan, Typhon, Tiamat in the beginning, we are the beginning. It's not talking about destroying us. Last and final thing, what you must understand is this. Understand is this. Now this breaks it down. Go get the movie so you can understand this shit. The whole cosmos is fake. The word demiurge or the word idolater or what you call the subordinate deity is called plane. So all cosmos, astral planes, and all that is universe. This, let me show you how it goes. This is it. You get this in Fred Allen Wolf's book. Fred Allen Wolf's book, Parallel Universes. This is a science book, so therefore, this is no bullshit. This is what they figured out. Parallel universe. There's a ring or a belt. 3 stars in Orion's belt. That's called the photon belt that the white people talk about, going through this photon belt. 3 stars in your head is the pituitary gland, the pineal gland, and the hypothalamus gland. In Christianity, it's the 3 wise men. It's the 3 crosses at Calvary. It's the 3 pyramids at the Giza Plateau. All of these the same. It's the 3 spheres on the top of the Kabbalah. Now, this particular pineal pituitary is the same belt of Solomon's ring. Solomon took these rings he used to bind these demons or Damians or Amens or hidden forces in his ring. Ring of Solomon, the ring is in your head. We are the Lord of the rings. This particular ring, the 3 stars, this is universe A. This is universe A, which is the universe that we are in. This is universe B. Universe B used to be the mother of universe A. That's who we are. Our children who broke away from us created universe A. Universe A is a universe, but it is not a real universe. It's a replica of what could have been a real universe, but by them being not formed, they can only create an illusionary universe. Universe B is the universe to come. The universe to come is universe B, which is the universe to come, is created by the pineal pituitary and hypothalamus gland. This is universe A, which is the universe that we are in. Universe B is the universe to come, which is now coming out of hell. It's created in hell by Satan. Hell just represents the black hole. And when you go get the book, Fred Allen Wolf's book, you will find out that the only way to create universe B is to go through this particular black hole, which is in your pineal area, which is the pituitary pineal gland and all that. It creates universe B. That's what the whole shit with bending space was in the movie Event Horizon. But that particular black hole is to a creation that's supposed to come, but it is not born in heaven. In the Greek mythology, as well as the Osirian drama, the Christ is born in hell. Osiris is in hell, Amenta. The Christ is born in hell. Even Jesus Christ had to descend to hell, but if you in the heavens looking down, hell is on earth. Depends on your location. So the Christ is not coming from God up here. The Christ is coming from up out of you, but if it's coming from up out of you, or what they call the underworld, then Satan is the Christ. But Satan is the Christ, so Satan is the ass, and the ass is Jesus. And Satan is the fish, and the fish is Leviathan, and the fish is also Set Typhon. Set Typhon is the golden ass, which is the same thing. But evil is not evil in the aspect of doing some evil, telling lies on people. It's a destructive force that you must manifest by diminishing all forms of love and what you call good. In a nutshell, you was human and you developed humanity to manifest your humanity. Human stage is over now. Now you must develop your chaos side or your monster side to go back to the monster or the chaos being a Tiamat that you used to be. So the theology is the theology of evil. Like Eddie Murphy told your ass on interview on Vampire in Brooklyn. Evil is good. Go back and get the movie Omen, The Final Destruction. The final, what's the name of that thing? The third Omen. The third Omen. The last one where Damien grew up. The final conflict. Omen 3, the final conflict. He goes into a room and he says something. He says the Nazarite is a charlatan, which he is. Because Christ was before Nazareth. Christ goes all the way back to goddamn Nazareth. It's this damn, he said, is a charlatan. He said, they say he died to save us all. He said, but my father died years ago as Prometheus and cast out of hell as Lucifer, which is the pineal gland, which is the true Christ. Go back and get that movie and listen when he goes in the room and start talking. What's that? Christ was slain before the foundation of the earth. The Titans, the Nephilim, Azazel, Lucifer, those were slain by the foundation of the earth. God wasn't slain. His heavens wasn't slain. The people that were slain was Satan. So that means that, but they say the book of life will be written is those that are slain at the foundation of the earth. You see?